Hello, what is up, JMA fans? Josh here speaking, and today we are back again for another Figma review. And this time, we are gonna be taking a look at the strongest sorcerer himself, Gojo Satoru from JUJUTSU Kaisen. As usual, we do get the standard Figma style box, which has this very minimalistic style, which looks fine, though I kinda wish they would put more effort into their box arts like they do back in the old days. But I guess they're just saving that for the DX versions now. Anyways, enough about the box, and let's move right in and take a look at the actual figure. Now here we have Gojo himself, and looking at him in the neutral pose, I think Figma did an amazing job capturing the likeness of this character. As always, the plastic quality is great from Figma, everything just looks so smooth and clean, just like from the Itadori figure, and I love that they also painted the shoes with a much more shiny black compared to the rest of the figure. It adds more realism that he's wearing a leather shoes, which is a very nice attention to detail right there. I think the head turned out pretty great as well. You got that very confident smile on Gojo's face telling you just how weak you are. Then you'll also notice that he has some purple shade on his hair. It's a bit hard to see on camera, but when you do have him on hand, you can definitely see that it's there. And at first I thought that was weird because from what I remember, Gojo's hair was just white. So I thought this was just them like adding in some colors to make the figure pop a little more. But after taking a look at a couple of pictures online, I realized, oh yeah, Gojo does have some purple shading on his hair. So that's cool. Now on to the accessories, just to get the boring stuff out of the way. As usual, we do get the standard Figma bag, which every single Figma release comes with. And then we do get a new Figma stand, which actually surprised me. I wasn't expecting this to be this big compared to the regular Figma stand. I'm not sure if I prefer it though. It's a little too big for me honestly, but regardless it does work very well, and for some reason I got 2 plug extenders. I don't know if this is a mistake or maybe Figma is just being generous with this release. Okay, now moving on to the real accessories. Gojo does come with 5 pairs of swappable hands, including the default fisted hands that came with him in the package. He comes with a pair of open palm / relaxed hands, a pair of gripping hands for holding whatever Figma accessories that you want, comes with hands for when he's activating his curse technique, a right hand for when he's about to release hollow purple from his fingers like this, comes with a left pointing hand, which if I'm not mistaken is supposed to replicate this scene from the anime. I could be wrong, but if you guys know, then just let me know in the comment section below. And then finally, of course, he also comes with a hand for when he's using the Infinity Void that makes him untouchable. Moving on, Gojo then comes with 3 swappable faceplates, and to get a full view of these, he does also come with an alternate head, and as you can see, it does look really good. What we have on him right now is the neutral face, and the cool thing about these parts is that you can actually use all of these faceplates on both heads. So if you want to use this neutral face on Gojo with the blindfold, you can definitely do that. And if you want to use the next faceplate without the blindfold, you can do that as well. And also for this specific faceplate, we do get a swappable front hair piece where the blindfold is showing one of his eyes. It is obviously meant to recreate this scene from the anime. And then of course, Gojo does have the smug looking smiling face, which definitely looks good. And to go with that, you also get another swappable front hair piece with the glasses on. We then get these extra parts for Gojo's arms. This is to create an illusion that Gojo has his arms on his pockets, which is, by the way, a feature that I really love on this figure. And now on to articulation. Gojo's head can move side to side, can move all the way around, can move up pretty far, although it does look pretty ugly down on the neck. But then again, I do prefer having the articulation than have a full sculpt with barely any movement, so that's fine with me. And then of course his head can look down as well. His arms can move up, can move all the way forward, all the way out, can rotate, bend at the elbows, wrist rotation, move down and up. Ab crunch can move all the way in, not so much on the back, rotation at the waist and at the torso. Legs can move back, move forward, outward, knee bend. Foot rotation can move down and up, and of course ankle pivot. Now for some height comparisons, here is Gojo standing next to the only other JUJUTSU Kaisen Figma we've gotten so far, and looking at them side by side, I think they scale pretty good together. Next here we have Gojo standing next to some other Figmas that I have around. Here we are standing next to some Naruto SH Figuarts, some Revoltech Amazing Yamaguchi, third party, dozen model figures, a Mafex, and a Marvel Legends. And so now for the conclusion of this review, I think so far Figma has been doing a very good job on their JUJUTSU Kaisen line. The articulation and accessories on these figures are just so good, and I really hope that whoever's in charge of this line could just take over and make this the standard for Figma, because as much as I'd like to praise Figma for the quality of these guys, unfortunately not all of their releases had been getting the same treatment. It's sad to say, but yeah, Figma is just getting lackluster nowadays. We see other companies producing more figures that exceeds our expectations, while Figma, on the other hand, is just barely keeping up with a few successful releases. Not to mention that their pricing is getting a little bit too higher than it needs to be on every release. Anyways, talking about this Figma in particular, if you're a JUJUTSU Kaisen fan and you're wondering if this figure is any good, then I will have to say yes, absolutely. A lot of people are always debating which version is better, SH Figuarts or Figma, and honestly, it just really depends on your preference. Somebody asked me this before too, and to me personally, I do prefer the Figmas over the SHF, mainly because of the accessories. I think the accessories on these figures plus the stand will definitely help me animating them in stop motion, so that's why I picked them over the SHF. And with the new range of articulation that Figma is currently doing with these figures, I think it definitely makes these guys worth picking up. But anyways, that's it for my review. I think I've rambled enough for too long. If you guys enjoyed the video, then please click that like button. Comment down below what did you think of this video. Are you gonna be getting this figure or are you gonna be staying with the SHF? If you want to see more videos like this and a bunch of cool stop motions, then feel free to subscribe. And if you do, then I guess I'll be seeing you again in the next video. Thank you for watching and have a great day. Bye bye.